Breaking news exclusively from Blue Eye Media. And now from our global friendly partners.
See, Donald Trump doesn't want you to know about this. He wants you to miss this. But we just learned that ICE strangled a 55-year-old man to death in a detention facility in Texas. See, back on January 3rd of this year, ICE announced the death of Geraldo Lunas Campos at a Texas detention camp, saying that they observed him in distress. So they're trying to cover up the actual cause of death. But an employee at the El Paso County office for the medical examiner told his family this week that, subject to the results of a toxicology report, the office is likely to classify his death as a homicide. The medical examiner is saying his cause of death is asphyxia due to neck and chest compression, meaning he didn't get enough oxygen because of pressure on his neck and chest. An eyewitness told the Washington Post that they saw it happen, that they saw the guard strangling him, and an internal document obtained by the Washington Post also says something similar. So to be clear, this man was murdered by ICE in the detention facility. There are documents that prove it, an eyewitness that proves it, and they're trying to say that, you know, we saw him in distress. The guards didn't do anything wrong. Not so fast. And the concerning thing about it is there are probably many more examples like this that are just not getting the reporting it deserves.
I just want to apologize. You guys heard he's identified us. He's going to come for me. So when they come, I'm going to be the first to run. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. We got you. Come and get me, man. Fuck you. Fuck you.
DHS and ICE agents arresting activists out here. His name is Will Kelly. He goes by DeWoke Farmer on Facebook. Used to be on Instagram until he got banned. But let me tell you the story of what led to him getting arrested, because it is absolutely urgent that you understand what got him arrested to help you better understand what the fuck is going on here. First, I want you to watch this video.
Get out of the road or you will be arrested. Get out of the road. You have been identified. You will be arrested.
So what you heard on the loudspeaker, that's ICE thugs and DHS thugs across the street at the Henry Whipple Federal Building right here in Minneapolis. That's where they hold the hostages after they kidnapped them. And they were saying, get out of the roadway. Now, they don't have the authority to police the roadway. And Will didn't get out of the roadway, and you saw he turned around. Now, on the video, you couldn't see, but he kind of bent over and pretended like he was going to moon. He didn't really moon them. It's from the video, Arrest Me Daddy and Make It Sexy. That's what he was doing. He was memeing them, you know. And that's not violent. Can we all agree that that's not a violent act? And standing in the road, by the way, when there's no traffic, is not a violent act either. Well, they told him we're going to come arrest you. So they lined up all their goons. They came across the street to arrest him, and then this happened.
Here they come. Who are they chasing?
The one dude with the flag earlier.
Oh, it's Woke. That's Woke running. There it goes.
He ran. He got the fuck away. Good on him, because fuck ICE. Well, they chased him. They chased him all the way down the side street, down another side street, and caught up with him and tackled him on the roadway to the point that his face got bruised up and scratched up. and then they arrested him. And that's the video I showed you at the beginning of him getting arrested. And then shortly after, about 20 minutes later, we saw an ambulance going into the Henry Whipple Federal Building, and I'm certain that's because they're getting Will medically checked out, because they tackled him to the fucking ground. Now let's discuss what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that ICE is policing people in a roadway that they have no jurisdiction over, and chasing somebody down who pretend mooned them because their ego was hurt so bad, and tackling them to the ground and injuring them. That's where we are. This is a regular cop wouldn't chase you down for committing an absolutely class 10 misdemeanor nonviolent offense. That's where we are. Your First Amendment doesn't exist anymore. I'm here with Will right in front of the detention facility. He got released. He's the one that was running in the video, my last video. Now, there's a part of his arrest that I didn't know about. Will, tell us what happened.
So as I was running and almost getting away, I saw a lady in a minivan filming me. So I asked her, ma'am, they're trying to get me. They're trying to capture me. Can I get in your van? And so she said yes. So I ran and jumped in the back of her minivan. And as soon as I got in, one of these agents comes up and sticks a pistol in her face right in the front windshield, right there, just like they did to Renee Good. And then they ripped me. And then as soon as that happened, I said, no, let me out. I'm not resisting. Arrest me. And so I get brought into this detention facility. They put me in leg shackles. They put me in shackles into this facility that looks just like it did in Iraq when we brought insurgents in. And they bring me to a cell full of people that have been pepper sprayed, U.S. citizens that have been detained for practicing their First Amendment rights. There was one guy in there, he got his face beat in for blowing a whistle. And they never read us our rights. They never let us talk to a lawyer. They never gave us a phone call. And then they gave me a citation for blocking traffic, even though I didn't block any cars. All I did was stand in a road and practice my First Amendment right to peacefully assemble, to speak up against fascism.
America has been invaded by an authoritarian military force. They call themselves ICE. That's fucking...
We got breaking news out of Minnesota. A federal judge has declared that ICE can no longer detain or tear gas peaceful protesters. Now, if you read the article, it says they cannot detain or tear gas peaceful protesters, to include those who are watching them conduct operations. Now, this is a big deal. However, I fear that they're not going to follow that order. Listen, I've been in Minneapolis all week, and these guys, I've been telling you guys, these guys are doing shit that I've never seen anybody do. They'll just tear gas you, paintballs, what do they call it, pepper ball spray you. They'll fucking flashbang you at the drop of a dime without any reason whatsoever. They just chased Will down. You saw the video on my page earlier. They chased Will down earlier because he was standing in the street where they said he couldn't stand, and then he bent over and showed them his butt. Well, he didn't show his butt, but he bent over from the Arrest Me Daddy meme. And so they've just been out of control. Now I fear what they're going to do is just make up reasons. Well, they were doing this, they were impeding operation there. So we'll see how ICE handles this. ICE is not following any fucking rules. None what the fuck soever. I don't trust ICE at all. However, this is huge that a federal judge has acknowledged that they are detaining and tear gassing peaceful protesters. Today, they had multiple. Will reported from inside the detainment center where he was held, there was 10 to 15 other people who were tear gassed, beat up, had scars on their face and shit, who did nothing except for either observe ICE conducting operations or were protesting ICE, but didn't do anything to actually break a law. They've been really squashing on First Amendment rights here in Minnesota, and a federal judge has ordered it to be enough. We'll see how the administration responds.
We have some pretty significant news right now. NBC News has confirmed that across Minneapolis, ICE agents are literally walking around and demanding that people show their papers to try to confirm citizenship. And it doesn't matter whether you're a citizen or non-citizen. Multiple U.S. citizens have been asked by ICE agents to show their papers. Now, this comes after a previous report I made from Christy Nome saying that, you know what, if you're an American, just be prepared to possibly have to show or prove your citizenship, especially if, as Noam said, you are around someone that they are trying to target for immigration enforcement mechanisms. But this prove your citizenship, show me your papers, has only been made possible by this United States Supreme Court, which essentially greenlit earlier last year the ability of an ICE officer to stop someone really based solely on the way they look. So very significant news out of Minneapolis. I'll provide you more updates as we get more information. Follow along for more.
Follow Blue Eye Media for exclusive insights and breaking news sources from global-friendly outlets that you won't get from the mainstream TV and radio outlets of America, Learn how to play the flute of the globe and learn the real truth.